Okay. Live on TikTok. Now let's go live on Facebook. We got 3 screens up tonight, honey. You gotta get these numbers up. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I think we're good. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to fix my camera for Facebook. Okay. My fix. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. All right, y'all. Give me a second. Let me get this in here going. Then we'll be in business. Okay? 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 All right. There we go. Give me a second. I will be right back. All right, y'all. Y'all know I'm always doing something, right? Yep. Always doing something. But that's all right. Okay, that one ain't gonna work. But give me a second. Just give me a second. Just hold on, child. Hold on to your wigs. Hold on to your wigs, child. I'm coming. There we go. All right, child. AC blowing, but honey, I just got in. I'm hot. We'll get this good old fan going. All right, so tonight, I wanted some crawfish. Y'all know me by now, honey. If I want something, I'm going to get it, okay? When it did a good workout. So we have three screens going on. We are YouTube Live. What's up, YouTube? We're TikTok Live. Nanny boo boo. TikTok. And of course, Facebook Live. Let's get this party started. I've already washed my hands. Let's say our grace up right in. Lord, we thank you for the food that we're about to receive. We ask to let it be a nourishment to our bodies. Bless it, prepared. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. So, hey, Jeffrey. So what we're going to talk about is, are you really happy there? Are you really happy there in that relationship? Are you there at that church? Are you really happy there in that friendship? Are you even happy in your kinship? Whatever you are doing on a daily basis with whomever that you do it with, are you really happy? Are you really happy? Let's get into it. Sometimes, and I'm not, oh, no, I do have to use gloves. And don't y'all come on here talking about real people. I mean, people that eat no crawfish don't use gloves. I'm not from New Orleans. I'm not nowhere from Louisiana. My parents, my mother, grandparents are. I use gloves, okay? Oh, depending on the sauce, and this sauce is a little spicier than I thought. So we're gonna use some gloves, honey. Because for some reason, when it's spicy, it gets on my nail beds and it be burning. So let's just jump into it. So, are you really happy? Are you really happy there in that relationship? Are you really happy there, wherever you are? A lot of times, let's start on relationships. A lot of times we stay in relationships because we're to leave. We're afraid to move on. We're afraid. Oh, that's good. And these big too. We're afraid to move on. We're afraid to be alone by ourselves, or we think cannot get nobody else. And I'm gonna say this, and this is going out to anybody. Every time I do a live video, I get inboxes. I'm talking about somebody. I don't even answer them back because you guys put the topics in my DMs. When you put them in there, I talk about it. Okay? This is what I do. So, me being a former big girl, let me just tell you a little bit about being a big girl. And this does not go out to everybody, but it went out to me. I didn't know I was insecure until after I lost all the weight. I thought I was doing good, honey. Because I never had any problems dating. I never had any problems with no guys. This sucker big. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Woo. Woo. Went down the wrong pipe. Hey, Angie. You see where I went after I workout. Baby, when that stuff, the spices go down the wrong pipe, it ain't good. I'm eating in my studio tonight versus in the kitchen. Why? Because I can. Why? Because I pay my own bills. Some of y'all see me eating in certain places. You're about to be in the kitchen eating. You're not supposed to eat in your bedroom. I eat wherever I want to eat. You eat wherever you want to eat, right? Mm-hmm. So, being a former big girl, I used to be 324 pounds. Yeah. I attracted a certain type. I attracted certain type of males. I attracted males that like big women. And those weren't the ones that I wanted. I wanted tall, skinny men because that's what I like. That's what I had all my life. All but one. He was a little thick. He wasn't fat. He had the meat on him. R.I.P. rest his soul. I was young when I married him. I was like, this was after my common law marriage. I think I was like 22 when I got married to him. And I wasn't a big girl then. I didn't gain my weight until I was like 28. Until after I had my son, I got real big. Well, I had started gaining weight before that, but after I had him, couldn't shake that weight. And I attracted thin men. I did. Never attracted nobody fat. But it was certain type of anymore. You tend to stay there. Watch this. You tend to stay there with that abuse or with as fine as he or she, because some men go through too. I have men who have left different things in my inbox. That spice got my eye running. Who have left different things in my inbox. So, not just women, men go through the same thing too. But the thing is, at some point you have to be happy with yourself. At some point you have to be happy with you. And that happiness comes in on the inside. If you're out there, and if you're with somebody only because you're afraid to be alone, or only because you don't think you can get nobody who can have SCX better than that, but let me tell you, it's going to always be somebody out there better. You hear me? It's going to always be somebody out there that's better. It's up to you to know that and believe that within yourself. And I see it. I see it firsthand. Women stay with men after they dog them out. Or women stay with men after they've done them so wrong, and you've been the best to them, and they go out and they dog you, and you still stay there. Why? Because you don't think you can do better. You don't think you can have nobody better. I wasn't insecure at the time, but I had to find out, yes, I was. I was very insecure because I took things off of, thank you, Furlough. I took things off of men that I should not have taken off, but I thought I couldn't do any better because I was a big girl. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay here because I ain't gonna have nobody better. And can I be really honest with you? I ain't gonna get nobody to give me the ping as good as this one is giving me. And one thing about me, and men know, they know, I grew up with 3 brothers in the house. They know how to manipulate. Now, I'm not saying all my brothers did that, but I've seen some stories behind their relationships, and I've seen, thank you, Mary, and I've seen some good stories. Most of them were good because my brothers, they're well, one of them, he's pretty sturdy. The chick he's with, but again, I had this coach to tell me when I worked at Forest Brook. I had this coach to tell me, I think 2014, working at Forest Brook. I had this coach to tell me. He said, if a man get a big girl who have low self-esteem, she ain't gonna go nowhere. Hey, auntie. Hey, beautiful. Girl, I'm loving your style. Your clothes and stuff that you be putting on and trying. And what thrift store you go to, baby? Because your stuff be looking good, baby. You must go way out there on Fondren at that good one. It's a good one way out there. They be having stuff. I haven't been there in a couple of years, but they stuff be having tags on them. Jones, New York, and stuff like that. But again, a lot of times we stay in relationships because it is learned behavior. Hey, man, I'm not sitting next to y'all in church no more. I had a purse full of Starburst paper. I'm not sitting next to y'all in church no more. Oh, well, you know what? Let me rescind that. What black spray can? I'm going to rescind that, man, because I may need for you to fix me some of that good old meatloaf that you fix. You fix some of the best meatloaf. Well, either you or Tony fix that meatloaf and brought it to my job. Alert. Y'all leave these kids alone. Now, Mel. Okay, let me do this. I hate when this happens. All right, y'all. That was an Amber Alert. Y'all leave these kids alone, honey. Leave these children alone. Leave these children alone, child. Now I need to get a new... Billy, I was in my yard, working in my yard when you called me this morning, earlier. Oh, what happened to YouTube? What happened, YouTube? Okay, it'll pop back on. Don't forget about this weekend, Billy. I made some meatloaf, so I'm going to resend that. I'll sit by you in church. Y'all had me cracking up. Billy, did you see our video of you shouting in church Monday night? That's probably what she was calling for, huh? I don't know, but I know this crawfish is good. But anyway, again, it don't even have to be your weight. Some women are not even comfortable with the way that they look, face-wise. And I tell women all the time, beauty is only skin deep. I'm afraid of you ugly. Don't let anybody tell you you should. They try and make you be like their last girlfriend or boyfriend that they had. The men are good. Oh, but let me go back to talking about what the coach told me, Forrest Brook. And I'm not going to say his name. He said, oh, you say you saw it, okay. He said, you get you a fat woman. He said, she ain't going to go nowhere. I said, why you say that? He said, because her chances are slim. Hey, Marcy, he said her chances are slim when she try and find a man. And I told him in his face, I said, no, that's not true. But then deep down within, I was like, yeah, that is true. Because at that, and even though the man that I married, he liked big women. So when he met me, I was in the process of losing weight. Went down from a 20, 22 at that point to a size 18 when I married him. Yes, beauty is on the skin deep. You're right, but a lot of women don't know that. They don't understand that. That's why they stay in relationships like they should not stay in. I see it all the time, and I'll be like, Lord Jesus, do she know? Or do he know that they could be doing something to challenge yourself? I'm going to say it again. You never know that you can do better until you get out and challenge yourself. Okay. Somebody on TikTok just said, I can't believe you used to be that big. Are you serious? Yes, I'm very serious. I'm going to show you. Give me a sec. Many of y'all have seen these pictures already when I used to be big. I'm going to show you. Give me a second. Gotta drink some more water, honey. Ooh, child, that water was good. Okay, with my iPad. Okay. And an adult the kid accidentally picked it up one day and thought they was going to play with it. And then I put it on the table, and the adult sit and did this. You wasn't big, Billy. Did this with her elbow. I mean, I just haven't got it fixed yet. But watch this. This is me. Right here. On this side. Can you see it? I was 324 pounds. Can you see that? Can you see that TikTok? I was 324 pounds. 324 pounds. Yes, 324. So everything that I'm saying, I'm not telling you something that I read. I'm telling you something that I lived through. I'm telling you something that I've been through, that I went through. And when he said that to me, I was like, no. I said that to him. But again, deep down within, I was like, yeah, he's right. He's right. Billy, I'm not. Because you don't weigh but probably 105 pounds. How much you still big. Now, that's psychiatric right there. Me, I'm going to go with you. We're going to a psych. Because you ain't big at all. That's in your head. That you're still big. You're not. And you never was big to me. You was always a good size. But, and men. Because we got some men, you got some men that I see put different things in my inbox for me to talk about. And they, put stuff in there. Like, I don't know him. I don't only know him from social media. But some of the stuff that he tell me he go through, I'm like, it's unbelievable. Like, he allows the woman ex to come over on Sundays and have dinner with them and all that kind of stuff. Now, I get it. I know some people are in good standings and good relationships to where they can do that. Now, one thing I asked him, I said, have you shared with her that you're uncomfortable with that? And he said no. I said, why not? He said, because of his weight. Every time he say something and she gets upset, she leave for a couple of days. Baby, I've been and locked them doors. Changed them locks, she wouldn't be getting back in. So it's not just women that go through this. Men go through it too. And he said he played college football and stuff. And he said he just gained weight over the years. And I asked him, I said, well, were you with her before you gained the weight? And he said when he got with her, he was kind of gaining the weight then, but he was exercising a lot. But he said when COVID hit, of course, you couldn't go to the gym and stuff. He said he just kind of let himself go. So he said the last few years, he just kind of let himself go. No, I mean crawfish. Crawfish. Wagner. And potatoes and corn. But talk to me. Why do y'all some women and men stay in relationships when the men dog them out? They just keep taking them back, keep taking them back, keep taking them back. At some point, do you get tired? And you don't even have to be a big girl. You don't even have to be a big man. Why do men, like in this situation I just explained, keep taking back the women? And I get it. Some people are afraid to be alone. Some people are afraid to start over, because starting over can be hard for some people. It can be. But then in the midst of it, pray and ask God to heal your heart. Ask God to heal you from that. God, trust me, honey, God will do it. Listen, marriages, and I tell y'all all the time, one was coming along, two was like for real, for real. And they tell me, lack of confidence, absolutely. Thank you, Marcy. Lack of confidence, insecure. You can tell an insecure woman. I guess I can because I've been there. Once you've been there, I was abused. Well, Billy, you know, you and I, we'll talk off here. You know, I ain't gonna put your business out there. But slow your roll. Because I don't like it when you get hurt and you go through your depressions and stuff. I don't like none of my friends going through that. When they don't have to. Sometimes we have to, yeah, these are big. Look. You see that TikTok? See that? Look. Sometimes we have to slow our roll and we have to heal before we allow somebody else to come in and love us. Sometimes we're not being healed, thinking, oh, I get with this here person. This person will help me get over that person. Yeah, they are. They are. They got some small ones, but for the most part, they're big. They're huge. I've been, okay. And Angela just got the #1 gift badge on TikTok. Thank you, Angela. Look, y'all see how big these are? Pull this out. They be saying this boo-boo. I don't know. I just be eating it all. After I pull that back. Whatever it is, it tastes good. Here goes some corn. Y'all talk to me. Why do y'all think some people stay in relationships? They shouldn't stay there. They shouldn't be there. Unhappy. Complain. Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't care if it's friendship. Why do you even stay with friendships if you're unhappy? You know what? I stop letting people come talk to me and tell me about their relationships because guess what? You there. You still there. You still allowing that people to be in your presence. That person to be in your presence. They look like shrimp, yeah. If you're or that you know you shouldn't be around, that's on you. You make that decision. Someone told me that she can't find a man because no one wants a big woman. I thought this company's yes. Company's gonna keep us single. Uh-huh. Baby, I've seen some big women with some of the finest. And the men, all the men weren't skinny. I've seen big women with a big man together. Some people can't stand to see other partners, women, the other partner with someone else. What you mean? Okay, some people can't stand to see their partner with somebody else. Why would their partner be? I see what you're saying. If they leave them, they can't stand to see them with somebody. You got a point. That's true. That is really true. I used to be like that. So that's why I'm very transparent because of familiar. Yes, that's what they're familiar with. Thank you, T. Wade. Familiarity will keep them there. They don't want to learn anything else. They don't want to learn to be by themselves. They don't love themselves. That's right, Tina. Absolutely. Thank you. It is. It's delicious. And again, people who done been through this, they recognize it. I be on Facebook looking, I'm like, baby, if this person only knew, they could do so much better. But you hanging on, you're not gonna, especially y'all that want to get married. I'm gonna go down this here road. This is not toward anybody, especially if you with somebody, come on now, after 5 years, I'm dating you at least for anywhere from 5 on up, and you still don't know if you want to be with me. You still don't know if you want to put a ring on it. You still there. You deserve what you get, despite how bad the person treats them. Yeah, they could be treated so badly and stay there. BJ say some people stay in toxic relationships because they don't feel good about themselves. Yes, that's insecurity. And it stems from childhood. Absolutely. Some people have, like I have childhood trauma, right? Molestation and stuff like that. So that caused me to be with men that, and I didn't grow up with a father in the house. Hey, Boria, I miss you on my lunch lives, but I mean, I'll be back at work in a couple of weeks, so, and I'll be doing them in my truck, but our campus is moving somewhere else, so I probably won't even be going live as early in the morning because I'll be getting familiar with the school and stuff, like the first couple of months. Yeah, so a lot of times we stay in relationships because we don't want nothing else new. So we'll be like, I'm gonna just go on and stick with him. But I said I was gonna say this. If a man ain't married you, if y'all ain't talked, at least talked about it, and if he ain't said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, at least giving you some kind of hope. Some people say anything is gonna get better. But how long you gonna stay and things gonna get better? How long? Because at some point, you have to think about you. At some point, you have to think about what's good for you. You have to love yourself first before getting into it. Yes, absolutely. And Tina, you'll be surprised. I see grown women who stay and their children see that, and their children grow up doing the same thing. A man knows quickly that he wants to make you have a. Absolutely. Your husband proposed after 4 months. Now that was quick. That was quick. But I've seen some that do it quick, and they stay married, and they've been married for years. Now, that's not for everybody, because that wouldn't work for me, because Marcy, I got to know how your shit smell. I got to know how your fart smell. And you ain't going to smell mine in no 4 months. And some of y'all don't go down to 0. Some of y'all, the reason why they ain't leave you, because all you do, you just like them for sex. And they like you for sex. They can just come over for sex. You come over there for sex. That's all y'all doing. And if that's the agreement that you all have, then that's good for you. But don't be crying talking about he this and he that. You already know what you got because you're going for it. But we forget that they have that we may find better. Yeah, that's what I said that earlier. You're so right. They don't know that they can find better. They can have better. I didn't know that I could have better until I let go of the sorriness that I had. And I wouldn't even be at this here point. I just thought, hey, like Billy said, it'll get better. But honey, he let me slip one and fall on my knees. Oh, watch this. And pray. I prayed. I said, God, take me out of this. If y'all haven't seen me on divorce court, go to divorce court, type in Sheree Young Taylor, divorce court. And you'll see him talking on there. You're going to be like, this who you was married to? And he's saying all this old crazy. Uh-huh. I have to be a fool to stay with a man that was bringing other women home, sleeping on the same sheets that you having sex with me on. Oh, come on. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to talk about me as well as you. But I'm going to tell it on me first. And I stayed there. We went through marriage counseling thinking that it's going to get better. Thinking it's going to get better. And then he was one that he can, when he talked, he's very believable. Hi, Donna Kern. He was very believable. Because he was very believable to me when I met him. In church, mother, pastor, and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, well, I got a good man. I had been celibate for like 10 or 11 years, honey. I wasn't selling no booty. Do you hear me? Wasn't getting nothing. So when he came along, I was like, Sunday, yeah, this is him. Yeah, God, yeah, God. Going to church every Sunday, just praising God, thanking God. God, yeah, you sent him. But I remember going to church, and this lady stood me up, and she said, I hear wedding bells. And I'm getting happy. I'm like, oh, okay, wedding bells, yeah. She said, but the person that you are trying to marry, God said that's not the person for you. God said you're not ready for this person, okay? First thing we do when somebody prophesied to us and we don't like it, oh, they're a false prophet. We like it. That's what I said. I said, false prophet. And my mom was living at the time. I told my mom didn't believe in the prophets. So she only believed one prophet, and that's Beatrice Gardner. That's the only person she would believe in. Baby, if I tell you, I ate all these things, dang, a pound and a half. And if I tell you, my mama said, that's a good man. In so many words, like on Waiting to Exhale, when the lady said, Savannah, that's a good man. That was my mom. My mom, if they worked hard and paid all the bills and treated you what's going on behind closed doors. I said, my mom, but he's doing this and that, and he's saying this and that, and he's bringing other. You don't know if the women telling the truth or not. I know they telling the truth. The women not lying. I mean, and then when Facebook came out, we talking about 2009, 2010. I was on Facebook back then, baby. They would send me messages. When we went on divorce court, I had a letter from one. He didn't even know one of the women sent me a letter because they wanted her to come on and surprise him, but she said she didn't want to do that. But she did send a letter. Y'all go on divorce court and see that. All that is on divorce court. So everything I'm telling you, I'm not making anything up. You can go on divorce court and see. I ate 1.5 pounds already. I know I did not. They me. They cheated. They cheated me. Hell, maybe I did. I was eating so fast. Yeah, again, you don't know you can do better until you loose that zero and find that. But y'all talk about my brown paper towels, honey. You can have some too. Just go to Taco Bell or the other place, Chipotle, anywhere where you can serve your own forks, serve and get your own fork, spoons, and napkins, honey. You can get as many as you want. So I get enough of them to bring home. And we'll continue. Yes, so if you ask God to remove someone from your life, He will. Yes, He will. But let me talk about that. I'm glad you said that. God will remove. Canes is good too. God will remove people from your life. But it seems like when God be trying to remove people from your life, you go back right back and pick them up. Y'all break up for a week or two, not even that long. And anything that you stop doing, you have to go through the process of recovery. Like a drug addict, when they stop doing drugs, they have to go through the process of recovery. When you don't get it, you don't get the shakes and stuff. Same thing with that good sex. When it's good, make you pick up the phone and call. You'll call and act like you saying, act like you concerned, or act like you want to ask a question. And then what you doing? Because women, we already know our man. Men, we know our women, our woman. We know what to say. We know what not to say. We know when they horny. They know when we horny. Chelsea just got the number 2 badge on TikTok. Thank you. They know when we horny. They know when you horny. They know all of the things, the right things to say to you in order for you to take them back. And because you don't think you can do better. I'm here to tell you, you can do better. Stop thinking you cannot do better with people. Stop thinking just because you're big. I was called ugly all my life growing up. I was a tomboy. My mom coached, so all I knew was sports. That's why I don't like sports now. Yes, he would do it. Yes, honey, but but let me go back to, I know I'm skipping. Y'all know I got dyslexia, so I'm skipping. Bill said I had a private investigator for my ex-husband. He cheated on me with my mother's godson. He said, you put his ass out soon. Yeah. Why stay there and try and rekindle something and that you know could possibly happen to him? And the thing of it is, they know us. They know us well. Men know us well. Women, again, you know your man well. You know when they lying. And you know they just be lying. And you be sitting there talking about, okay. At that point, it is on you because you already know. You already know the deal. It said, crab fingers and fishtails. I know. I've been going to Dallas I'm supposed to go back before I go back to work in a couple of weeks. And you know I'm going to my favorite place and get them fishtails. I can't find them here in Houston unless I go to Keeneland and get them and cook them. Hey, Bianca. Yeah. But we just allow women to come in and treat us any kind of way. Man, y'all know how it's nothing in these. Man, y'all know how to get to us. Y'all already know if that peen is good. We talking about, come on here, Slim, sit on my lap. Knowing you ain't nowhere near Slim. You be like, okay, here I come. And you can sit there, oh, you just sitting up there just giving it to him, giving it to him. And right after that, he go back to doing the same old thing. Bianca said, if you know you're going to take them back, why do people put all the big... Girl! You stepping on toes, but you're right. They go to Facebook talking about them and all of this. I forgot about that. And take them right back. But they're looking like, and they don't think they're looking like a fool. They really are. They're looking thirsty. They're looking like insecure to us older people that really know the deal. You put all this on Facebook about them. Or even if you don't put it on Facebook, you go and you talk to your friends all about them. Billy's stupid. To laugh my butt off. I always want to come to Texas. Ain't nothing here, honey. That's why I travel a lot. I be trying to stay out of Texas. I love my home, but I would never want to live anywhere else but here. But honey, ain't nothing here. Y'all stay on where y'all at. Don't be trying to come on down here to Texas. This ain't Texas. Woo, ain't no hold on. Yeah, I used to be one. I was like that. I was one of them. I would go to the church and talk to the pastor, and we would discuss things, and then the pastor would get with us, and we would have, okay, all right, Billy, thank you for being on. The pastor would come on and talk to us, and this and that. He would be slobbering and crying just to go out and do the same thing like the very next day. You said I didn't get through talking about when he would bring women into the house. We say dehydrated. Yeah, just thirsty. Just thirsty. He would bring women to the house, and before I found out, he was bringing women into. I know one in particular, and I know if he did one, all them other women one line that said that they've been in my house too. Because we want to believe our man, and men we want to believe our women, right? I just like women. I've been talking about y'all too. When me and my ex was at it, I wouldn't put Facebook because I knew I wasn't over. Exactly. When you're not over a person, it's not good to post about them. Because when I tell you, you look like a damn fool, you look damn fool. People ain't gonna say nothing to you, but that's exactly what you look like. And then sometimes they don't put a name on it, but folks ain't stupid. Be like, oh, I know who you're talking about. And you get to a point where you don't even read something no more. It's like, oh, he's gonna take her back, or she gonna take him back. And you just skip over, you don't even read it no more. Which is sad and pathetic, because, wait a minute, especially if you don't have no kids with this joker. Why you still hanging around? Y'all ain't got nothing in common. Y'all ain't got nothing in common to keep y'all together. Now, if you did, I guess I can kind of see, they come over, see the baby or see the child or whatever, the kids in the room. You still know how to manipulate him. He still know how to manipulate you. I cook. You already know his favorite meal. I cook such and such. You don't have to stop and get nothing on your way home. Since I knew you was coming by, I went on and cook a little something. And he already know at that point. He already know. He like, oh yeah, she want this. I'm New Jersey. It has to be better than here. I don't know now. I don't know. Now, I like New York. You say New Jersey, but it was not far from New York at all. I was in New York at the Sherry Shepherd show this past. And I loved it, actually, when I was there. And I can't do that. But yeah. He already know what's up, because at that point, you talking about, I fix you a little skin. And then, after you feed him, here, I had some leftovers. Knowing you cooked the leftovers to give him, I cooked some leftovers. Here go your lunch for tomorrow. And then you think he finna go. He's thinking he's about to go, but in his head, he's going, she gonna give me the green light to go on in the bedroom. And in your head, you thinking, oh, I want him to go on and stay. One of y'all not saying it. Y'all giving all the signs and all the signals. And before it, the kids sleep. You already know the kids sleep when you go over late at night. So you already know what you're going over there for. You already know why you letting him in. And nowadays, we have women that's going over to the man's house. You already go over to his house. I got to... I'm not gonna say that. Because like I say, every time I do a video, somebody think it's about them. And it's not. It's just everybody is going. Some people are going through similar situations. And when y'all and I'm not gonna keep explaining this. Now I'm gonna say this, and this goes for whoever. If you think it's for you, then damn it, it's for you. I'm not gonna situation, and because I do a live, you get that sign on your head that's still there that say damn fool. And then you get mad at me and upset with me and want to inbox me and put a little bullshit in my thing. I think, hey, Tiara, you can mod for me. Thank you so much for being on here. Block anything that is not supposed to be on here. Thank you, Lord. One of my mods is on here. I don't know where my mods are on TikTok, because I saw a couple of negative comments that I didn't address, but my mods went on here to block them. Oh, so be careful what you say. I think I made you a mod a while back on my thing. I think I did. I know Agent is a mod on here. If I did make you a mod, I'm going to go ahead and make you a mod. I have to go through and put your thing on there, but I think you are. That way you have access to go in and check messages and all that kind of stuff. I think that's how they have it now. Adrian will tell you. Yeah, I sit here and ate a whole. I'm greedy. Literally greedy. I sit here and ate a whole pound and a half on live. That's sad. That's pathetic. That's sad. That's greediness. Yeah, but you already know the sweet nothings to say to him. He already knows the sweet nothings to say to you. You said, I honestly think the times we live in, people use social media as a therapy. Girl, go on get. What'd you say? I can't see. Go on get Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, but he's doing the best he can. Yeah, but you already know, okay, gotcha, because even though I don't like you right now, girl, stop all that foolishness. Stop all that foolishness. And go ahead and do your job, because you do. Just don't cuss nobody out, because you know you got a potty mouth. Yeah, you be cussing me out. But you know the right thing to say to that man. And then, y'all, it be cheating. Y'all already know they got somebody else. This is even after y'all break up. No, we're going to talk, even when y'all together, y'all know they got somebody else. But you still stay there. So if you stay there, stop, damn it, complaining. Stop complaining. Stop putting that shit on Facebook. Every time you get mad, you want to put something on Facebook, and you're looking like the fool. You really are. Bianca said it. Bianca said it when she said, and then you put this stuff on Facebook and be right back with them. Bianca said it. I didn't say it. Bianca said it. And that is so true. The only Latino just got the number 3 gifted badge. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Thank everybody that's on TikTok. I don't know what happened to my live on YouTube. I guess YouTube's still recording. Still recording me. When that Amber Alert thing came through, it kicked me out, but I think it started back up. Ain't but one way to find it. If not, I can transfer it over. I like it being live, though. You get more points on it being monetized when it's live. If y'all didn't know that, if some of y'all, because I know some of y'all are on YouTube, they just remonetized me again. They always kicking me out because they say that I use infringed music, and I don't. I be using cover music, but now cover music, they don't want you using cover music now. And cover music is just karaoke music. Oh, but somebody on TikTok, let me go back to it. I know I didn't forget. You said you didn't finish talking about when you fell on your knees. He let me slip one day and fall on my knees talking about my ex, one of my ex-husbands. I don't know his name, because I never want to bring no clout to them. They ain't worth it. He let me slip one day, got on my knees, and I prayed and found my strength, honey. It is strength when you pray. Hey, Belonda, where you been? It is strength when you pray. I'm going to say it again. God will give you strength. Watch this. When you pray, but you have to pray. Anything that you don't want in your life, you can pray it away. It's up to you to go through the process. Watch this. Anytime we try and give up something, addiction, relationships. It don't even have to be boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage. It could be friendships. Some of y'all in these friendships and you don't need to be in there. You're being abused, watch this, by friendships. Sidebar, glad you asked. Some of y'all are in these relationships with friendships, and for some reason you are afraid to tell them you don't want to be their friend because things are not going right. You don't like the way they move. You don't like the motion they have. But you're so afraid of hurting their feelings, but they keep hurting feelings. Why do you continuously be in situations or any kind of friendship, relationship, kinship that you don't need to be? Bianca say that's the truth. Been there. Oh shoot. Been there. It helped me leave. Yes. They don't understand, Bianca. You cannot get over any addiction. You cannot get over anything unless God delivers. If God don't deliver you from it, you're going to be over it 2 or 3 months, and that joker going to come right back in your life. And because he been gone for 60 or 90 days, you're going to come back thinking he done changed. Oh, he going to change for the first week or two. But, this, hey, the signs are still there. You can tell if the signs are still there. Going out at night or leaving a house at 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to the store. What you going to the store at 10 o'clock at night for? Because you got to call and make a phone call. Yeah. You get them text messages. Hi, Chris. I'm good. And yourself? So again, at some point, that's your fault. And I can't even say that I don't blame the man. But anytime you allow a man to come in and do whatever he want to do, or a woman, because you got somewhere, I look at some of these lesbian relationships. Let's go down that aisle. And you can't say too much about that, honey, because they'll come back getting on you because you're telling the truth. But I'm going to say this, because can't nobody give me no whooping. Whoop me is gone to be with the Lord. Good. I like that. I'm blessed. I like that. I'm going to tell y'all something. What was I finna say? Y'all know when I start reading something, I forget. What was I finna say? Somebody tell me what I was finna say. What was I finna say? Oh, yeah, I was listening. I was finna say, some of y'all. Oh, let me. When he let me slip and find my strength, I prayed. Oh, I know. I prayed, and God allowed me to walk away, and I had to go through the process. Again, anytime you give up anything that you was in love with, it's lesbian relationship. Okay, it's a process. Thank you, my mom was listening. Good job. I owe you $5. Yeah, these lesbian relationships. Again, can't nobody give me no whooping. All you do is talk about me, talk about my wigs or whatever. It don't matter. Talk about my uneven eyebrows sometimes. Don't matter. I'm over that kind of stuff. It don't get to me. Y'all, us is, them is, everybody is. Whether you're an ally to LGBTQ or whether you know somebody or what. I think it's pathetic if two genders are together, and it's just me. If two genders are together, a woman know how another woman feels. So why would you give a woman and hurt her? Send her through that same hurt. Now, she left the man because of the hurt, but you're continuously doing that. Now, same thing with two genders with males. Why would you, and somebody, I don't want to say his name, but he's not on here, but he shares his stories sometimes. Why would you get with somebody and continuously hurt them, and you know the emotions that men go through? You know this. But again, like I say, it doesn't matter who it is, what gender it is. You have to be careful who you allow in your space. You have to be careful who you allow in your presence. You have to be careful who you allow in your bed. And watch this, I'm going to say this. So many times, and you have people that have one night stands. Yeah, you do. Honey, listen, I got to pass. Whoa! Hey! We'll talk about it one day. Now, I never did it one. Baby, in my 20s, that's why when God delivered me, I went a long time without having sex with anybody. And when I say it was 10, 11, maybe it's 12 years. That's why I said when God delivers you and when you deliver the right way, God, when I say deliver me. Now, when you open yourself back up, watch this. When you open yourself back up and you connect and you allow that man, watch this. You allow that man to put his sperm in you. Now your fluids have met. And those are spirits because number one, 9 times out of 10, you're unequally yoked because you don't even know that person. You just met. Oh, y'all don't like my teaching tonight. You don't know them. You just met the same night. And I'm guilty of some stuff. I ain't never had no same night relationship, but it was close. I mean, same night sex. But it was close. It was with this honey police officer, child. That's another story for another day. And I don't talk about it as much, but you know, it's going to help somebody when I do talk. It's funny because I have not ran into him. It's been over 20-some years ago, and I have not run into him. But I said, if I ever run into him, I'm going to let him know. I'm going to say thank you because you made me a better person. After you did what you, after I said no and you kept on, I said no, and you kept on. At some point, it's called RAPE. I can't say that word on here. At some point, ladies, and I'm going to say men because I've heard some men say that the woman, I said no, and she got across my lap and took it anyway. Look at my face. But anyway. And then sometimes you may get pregnant and that child grows up not knowing their family, or if they do know their family, or the child grows up with some type of problems. You don't know what the other side of the family, problems that the other side of the family had mentally. Because why? Because you had a one-night stand and you got pregnant and you don't know how to catch that Negro. You don't, and when I say Negro, I'm not just saying a black person, that in general. It could be any race. He gave you a name, but because you was drunk, he bought you a drink, and y'all went out to the car, y'all went out to the truck, and you strapped him, and y'all was just going on. And while you're doing that, he's still giving you more alcohol. You said, oh, baby. How you calling him baby and you don't even know him? You just met him in the club. And then after that, you don't even have no wipes. You don't even keep no wipes in your purse to wipe yourself. You just going back in the club with your nasty tail. And listen, y'all know it's tight, but it's right. And I'm telling the truth anyhow. It's going to help somebody. Well, I ain't never did that, but I've been with people who have, I'm going to go get me a drink, and then I'm going to the car with such and such. You don't even know him. Why you going to the car? Somebody over here say, period. Why you going to the car and you don't even know him? Why? But when that alcohol get in your system, then the next day you don't remember nothing. You don't remember going to the car, sitting on it and stuff. And then here you go, bam. I miss my period. And you thinking it's one dude's and it's not. Come on, I'm helping somebody. Somebody done been down this road. You thinking it's somebody's and it's not. Because you slipped at one time and had to get it in the truck or in the car. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. Okay. Get it in the car. So now you don't know whose it is. You going, it could be this one, it could be that one. Because when you got home that night, you end up doing it with him, with the person you're supposed to be with. And some of y'all with some people and they don't even have sex good and you just there. You just there, and that's why you're cheating, because you're going out somewhere. They won't let you get it in the behind. And some of y'all men likes it in the behind because it's tight. Listen, can I just keep it real? I don't have no kids on here tonight. I have all adults. All adults, as my mama would say, adults. Hey, I got all adults on here. So, they don't do it like they used to anymore. You faking like you really having an orgasm and you really not. But then when she go to sleep, you go and get in your phone watching booty.com and you getting it like that, because you're riled up. You're riled up. She can't make it. So this kind of stuff make men and women go out and cheat. Because if the sex is, if the SX is not good, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna stay in it. I know I'm not, because finances, good communication, and that are the 3 parts, or the 3 important parts to a marriage. How do you know, Sheree? Because I've been through marriage counseling many times. And when I found out he was cheating, I took this away, the sex. I wasn't having sex with him. We were in 2 different bedrooms. When I found out that woman was coming to my house and sleeping on the same, I was sleeping on the same sheets that nutting on and having her nutting on. Come on now. Again, ain't no kids on him. Keep it real. Y'all know how y'all talk. And don't be coming on, she talks so vulgar. Get off then. Get off. If you don't like what I'm saying, get off. So when you get in the, and you know, I'm just gonna stay with him. I know he cheating. I know he doing this and that, but we've been together for 20 years. So what? I've seen people married for 30 and 40 years get divorced and start over and be happy. Sometimes you just grow apart, and sometimes it's irreconcilable differences. That's what my husband and I was, and cheating. Irreconcilable differences. That's what our divorce papers say. I didn't have no hard divorces at all. Sign on a dotted line, Negro, and let's go. You know, he I ain't gonna say who he worked for, but sometimes he has to come through Houston with his job, and he'll call sometime, hey, I'm coming through Houston. No, you can't come over here. When I was giving it to you free, you didn't want it. Now you got to pay where you lay, bruh. I just be saying, I ain't gonna, I ain't finna catch no diseases. And keep that at home where it belong with your other wife that you with. I don't know if this the, I ain't gonna say that, because then y'all will figure out who it is. But anyway, y'all, made some folks mad over here on TikTok. That's fine anyway, because I don't know y'all in person, I don't know me in real life. But I love you anyway. Blowing your kisses. Virtually. Facebook. Blowing your kisses. Lord, Tierra ain't had to cuss nobody out on here. I can't believe it. Lord, you wait till I get off of here. I'm going to go through my mod thing and make sure she is on. Because you know, as y'all know, my podcast, this is my studio, my in-home studio. Everything is set up. All my mics and stuff are set up. It's one more thing that we have to do. And I've already had this. I've been had it. I just had to update it. Because they've been... I have my big umbrella lights. I have the big umbrella lights to where... Also the ring light. No, these are the professional lights. I have these. Oh, well, thank you, honey. Thank you. So, and I have my headphone thing. I won't be using... Honey, listen, God is good. Look at here. Woo! I won't be using my little earbud things no more. I went... Try this ring light. It's my miniature ring light done fell over. You better act right. Maybe, a ring light got mad because I didn't announce it. I'm going to announce you. Am I right? It fell over because I was talking about the big umbrella lights. Well, honey, y'all get ready because the rest of, since I won't be doing my lives at work as much anymore, if I do them, they're going to be in my car because, like I said, I'll be in a new building. And it's just going to be different. Nothing has happened. Don't y'all be going, she can't do lives. No, nothing is different. Thank you, Valanda. Thank you so much. It's just I have to get used to the building, and my first be getting used to the kids and getting used to the blueprint of the building there. Because I'm used to my campus that we were at for 13 years. This was going to be my 14th year at this campus. We're going back to this campus. They're going to tear it down and rebuild it, and then in 18 months or less, we're going to go back into that building. But I won't be able to run across the street like I do on my breaks and stuff, and run across the McDonald's. Now, it's just around the corner. I'll just have to get in my car and go around the corner. It's not even, I think it may be 3.2 miles. I probably can walk if I cut through the Emma building and cut through the stadium, the football stadium for Aldine, but I want to do that because, you know, sometimes it be raining, honey. For some reason, Houston been having this rain. But, honey, we're going to be talking about raw and cut. Y'all continue to put different topics in my DMs and in my inbox so I can talk about them. Continue to do that. If I feel I can talk about it, I will. A lot of times people put stuff in my inbox or my DM to talk about. I choose not to because either I have been through that and I'm not fully recovered from it. Like they want me to talk about molestation. I just have not talked about childhood molestation because I went through that. I still deal with trauma with that. I could watch a Lifetime movie and I just bust out crying. I'm like, because I know what that child went through. And you go through life navigating. You go through just navigating life as if everything is okay and it's not okay. But I do want to talk about it because it's going to help somebody because more than me have been through it. My perpetrator still walks around today. Ooh, what happened? What happened? Oh, low battery, Lord Jesus, okay. Okay, that's fine. Why is my battery low when I charge this phone? That's fine. Anyway, my perpetrator still walks around, so I will get enough nerve to talk about. I go to therapy, and as I go to therapy, we talk about that all of the time. That's something that I talk about. I'm very careful with who my grandkids go with. My daughter's very careful who they go with. Um, Now, I will say this: my perpetrator was a family member. I will say that, and because it never was, I don't talk about it a lot. My mom never wanted me to talk about it. She swept it under the rug when I was a little girl. You better not ever tell nobody. Oh, huh? Okay. They had me to re-verify on TikTok before they opened it back up. But anyway, we walked that. Hey, Sharon. Girl, I talked to Regina yesterday. Regina Ross, baby. We talked last night. Then when I tell you that girl had me rolling, she had me rolling. But anyway, we will talk about child molestation. But again, like I said, I have to be very careful on the verbiage that I use. I have to be very careful on the things that I say. Um, and my therapist says it's good to talk about it. I just don't talk about it much because, like I said, my perpetrator still walks around. Things to do with my perpetrator, but because they still walk around and because it's not to me. When I was a little girl, they know what they did, and like I say, as time goes by, probably before I go back to work within the next couple of weeks, we'll talk about it. If I feel I can, if not, we won't talk about it. But that's one thing that people put in my DMs. Talk about child molestation. Talk about um, the one lady put in my thing that she wanted to talk about when your husband's stepson comes over. Heard when you am I gonna see you Sunday? When your stepson, your husband's son, which is your stepson, comes over and y'all start talking about relationship and y'all end up in the bed together. I'm like, I can't talk about that because I don't know about that. I can do some research on it. Now I asked her, would she be willing to come in without and talk about it with her face blotted out? Because I can do that. I can do the blur on it. Well, I know on TikTok I can't. I know about Facebook. What's up, BZ? Why you not on my Facebook more? I don't see you on my Facebook. I have to like go to your page and see your stuff. You know I got a new page last year in June. So maybe I thought you was on that new page though. Beezy, you just got the #2 gifter badge. Yes, yes. But yeah, girl, I came back Saturday. I was back girl and locked myself outside the house before I left. But when the Uber, well, let me finish this and I'll tell you. So we will talk about that. And the lady wants me to talk about like she had SCX with her stepson. And like I say, if she wants to come on and give her story and talk about it, she can. But that'd be hard for me to talk about that, being that I haven't been through. I normally try and talk about life issues that I've been through. Life issues of being a big girl. Life issues of being married to someone that cheated on me. Life issues of being married to someone who used to bring the women in the house and I used to sleep on the same sheets after they had sex while I was at work unknowingly. Unknowingly. You know, I talk about, molestation. Well, I kind of hit on molestation a little bit. Just a little bit. The things I talk about, I try and talk about things that I know a little bit of, and then I go and do the research. I can do some research on what she wants to talk about, but again, I have to be very careful because you never want to say anything that's going to hurt anybody. If I can't help, I'm definitely not gonna. That's my thing on everything that I do. That's my going. If I cannot help you, I'm not gonna hurt you. But with that being said, what was I saying? Kim, when I got back, and I was gonna call you today. When I left going to Cancun, the Uber picked us up, I think like at 6 something in the morning. And I had to get, we ain't gonna say that on live. But anyway, right keys on my key ring because I had got some different locks, right? So I grabbed my old keys. I always backing out, driving out the garage, but my car in the garage. And if I go out the front door, I always stick my key in and turn it like that, and then the deadbolt lock. That's how I do it to ensure that I have the key in my hand. But this time somebody else closed the door, and I was like, I grabbed the wrong keys, the other keys in the house, and you already closed the door. Okay, I'm gonna spoil the trip. We're not going to talk. I don't even want to know how much it's gonna cost me when I get back to get a locksmith. Just to come back, I was in Cancun and I put something on Facebook in search of a locksmith. This man came into my inbox. A lot of people had tagged different people in that. And when he, again, I'm in Cancun, so my phone was freezing up and all this, doing some crazy shit, right? So doing some crazy stuff. So this one guy, he came in my inbox. He said somebody got in touch with me and said you need a locksmith. Said that he said I went to your Facebook page, and can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on with And I told him what happened. Da da da. He said, okay, well, when you want me to come out? I said, well, I'm in Cancun. I'll be home tomorrow. Told him what time my flight get in or whatever. He said, okay, call me when you get in. I'll, just normal. Girl, call this man when I got here. And he was like, well, it's going to be $50 because of the type of lock that you have. I said, okay. He said, it's going to be a $30 pull-up fee. And when I get your door open, then you pay me the other $20. I didn't think anything of it because normally that's how people do now. Mechanics and all that kind of stuff. They'll say it's a deposit to come out or it's a pull-up fee. That's just how people do now, because I do know some of the locksmiths were saying that when they make an appointment to go somewhere, y'all see me TikTok? Yes. She was having sex with her stepson, having sex with her stepson. Lord. Oh, that's what happened. I said that word and TikTok gave me a restriction. That's why I had to Well, you get restricted. Sometimes they take your video that you made money off of. I have to spell it out. So anyway, I did that. So he kept saying for some, and I should have known. And normally I can zero in on scammers, but I guess because it was hot outside and I needed to be in, and the Uber had come to drop me back off at home, and I was like, I gotta get in my. I had my backpack with my clothes in it. I had my bag of snacks that I brought back. So I'm needing to get in the house and it's hot. So he said the only take. You say you have a trip fee as well? Yes. I was wondering why you were spelling. Yeah, because Facebook getting like that too. You have to spell it out. Like you can't say you have to say rugs instead of putting the D in front of it. You can't say 8 with putting the R in front of it. I mean, you say something to where you know what word I'm trying to use. So anyway, I said, okay. He said, I only take Apple Pay. And that was red flag number 1. But I'm like, I need to get in this house. So I don't even use Apple Pay. I use either Zelle, because if anything happen, I can get my money back. And I use Cash App for my business. Now, y'all know Cash App ain't gonna give me nothing back. So I did Apple Pay. And he got the money. And he was like, okay, I told him, I had given him my address at that point. And he said, okay, well, you're only 15 minutes away from me. I'm like, okay, cool. 15 minutes passed. Now, he was keeping in touch with me all this time. 15 minutes passed. Didn't hear from him. 20 minutes passed. So I started calling. He stopped calling. He stopped answering. Texting, he stopped answering. So I texted him and cussed him out real bad. I called him all kind of mother. You, baby, listen, I may not use them words every day, but they lie dormant. Honey, this Cynic Wood girl, Homestead and Parker came out. I talked about, look. I talked about him and his mama. And y'all stop saying everybody that scam is this color, because he was not. He was